You just watch the anime. You don't be like, oh. Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Silverfang, and today I'm back with another video. So today I'm gonna be reacting to this. I think it was a podcast, and it's called "No One Understands the Fate franchise." So as soon as I saw that title, I was like really interested because yes, while Fate is complicated to get into, once you get into it, then it's not really that hard. So what I want to know is if in this podcast there's gonna be any people that actually follow the Fate franchise. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm gonna be stopping the video and giving you my thoughts as they make arguments. So without further ado, just hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. It'll really help me out a lot. And let's just go. Let's just jump right into the video.
There's a lot of faces.
Heavensfield. Heavensfield. I don't watch Heavensfield. I love Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero are some of my favorite. Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of my favorite.
Well, that's all just the Fate.
No,
thing.
I know it is.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but then, you know, you want to get into Fate, and you see the fucking chart of like the Fate lore, and you're like, wait, there's how many sabers? I don't want this many sabers. This is too many.
It was just Type Moon being like, let's make this universe.
Okay, so first things first. If you're trying to get into the franchise, all you have to do is watch the anime. So if you're trying to get into let's say One Piece or any other anime, Hunter x Hunter, whatever, you just watch the anime. You don't be like, oh, Fate, let me see the lore of Fate and let me see how many people there are and let me see how many characters. No, all you do is you freaking put episode 1 on, and if you like it, you like it, and you keep going. If you don't, then you don't.
It's just
And
so difficult to get into.
So you watch the anime and you think, this is a little confusing, but it makes sense. I like this. And then you actually go and look what Fate is, and you're like, this is a dumpster fire.
I know, I feel like the biggest enemy against people getting into Fate is, ironically, the Fate fandom itself.
Oh no. I agree.
So it's like Fate, according to them, Fate is a clusterfuck. But bet you anything that most of these guys read comic books, and comic books are just as convoluted as Fate is. The DC universe has had like how many reboots? So it's like, is it complicated? Maybe, but again, it's like I said, if you're interested, like if you saw a trailer and you're interested in the franchise, all you do is you go watch an anime and put episode 1, and if you like it, you keep going. If you don't, then you don't.
Because okay, here's the thing. I'm like, I have one of the most popular Fate videos, which is just me parodying.
I'm gonna be reacting to that.
How to, unlike a newcomer trying to understand the Fate series.
Yeah.
And like, to me,
Good video.
as someone who like really likes Fate, it's really not that hard to get into. You watch
Exactly.
Unlimited Blade Works, you watch Fate Zero, it doesn't matter which one. You watch either one.
They're both amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Like-
they can be enjoyed by themselves, and then from
Okay.
there,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah,
take it from
that's
there.
exactly what Nabi told me when I
Yeah.
was trying to get in.
That's it. It's as simple as that. You either watch Unlimited Blade Works or you watch Fate Zero. Me personally, I watched Fate Zero. I knew that some people recommended to watch Unlimited Blade Works first, but me, I don't care so much about spoilers. I care about understanding what's going on, so I rather watch it chronologically. So I watch Fate Zero first. You watch either one, it doesn't matter. You put episode 1. If you like it, you keep going. If you don't like it, then you don't.
Into the Fate series, I was like, okay, I can trust your opinion because
Yeah.
you've been with Fate from the very beginning until now.
Yeah.
how do I get into it?
But-
And he was just like, watch Fate Zero, watch Fate Unlimited Blade Works, and you will understand 95% of the lore, and the
Yeah.
rest is just a
Oh,
bonus.
really?
Yeah.
But like the problem is the the Fate fandom as a collective just can't seem to fucking agree on it, because I fucking lost it, because there was this Reddit thread recently on like our anime, and someone had made I think the title of the thread was, I made an easy to follow guide on how to get into Fate, right? And
The ultimate clickbait.
and it was I fucking burst out laughing when I saw like 800 upvotes, 700 comments, and I'm just like,
Oh my
oh
God.
boy, here we
That,
fucking
that
go again.
ratio. Oh my god.
I'm gonna get the fucking popcorn. And I remember like one of the top comments was just like, oh yeah, just watch Fate Zero. It doesn't really fucking matter. Fate Zero is good. And like the next comment is, but you're not gonna understand X if you watch Fate Zero. I'm just like, oh my god, like how does
Just watch
I
Fate
can't
Zero.
imagine how it looks for a newcomer, because it looks like a clusterfuck, right?
Yeah.
It does. I mean, I watched Fate Zero first, and I thought it was like a classic, right? I thought it was a great show. I mean, I can rewatch Fate Zero and have a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
time. I don't know. Do you get put off by shows if the fan base is toxic or shit like
I mean,
that?
it's-
because I don't. I'm just like, fuck you. I'm gonna watch the show, make my own opinion.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Because I remember.
So honestly, I don't feel like Fate Zero is pretty easy to get into, because I don't think, since it's a prequel, I don't think they have like the way they handle the series is like, you don't have to have any prior knowledge. You can just go into it and you'll see freaking Waiver, and they'll explain to you like, and then they'll go into explaining to you what the series is about. Like, they'll go and tell you what the Grail War is, they'll tell you what servants are, like they'll explain everything right then and there. They do it too in Unlimited Blade Works, but I guess like in Zero it's a little bit more detailed. You got like that whole scene with CAREE and his father and Rin's dad, like that whole circle like scene, which is pretty cool. It's pretty much them explaining what the Grail War is. It's like half an episode if I remember correctly. So it's like they literally explain everything to you. You don't have to have much prior knowledge to understand what's going on.
I remember the Fate fandom used to be a lot more toxic, right? Because
It used to be more toxic.
oh no, definitely. There was this phase, right, where if you recommended people to start Fate with Fate Zero when that first came out, then there will be people in the Fate fandom who are just like, how dare you? How dare you not just recommend the original visual novels?
Yeah.
Like, it was like, if you're not willing to sit through through a 100-hour visual novel, then why are you even enjoying this franchise?
Oh my
You know what I
God.
mean? And now
I was never
now
into
it's
that
evolved
point.
a bit. Now it's
I don't
like,
know if
okay,
he's
people
right or
just
wrong.
want other people to get into Fate, but now they just don't know how to agree on one specific way to get into
yeah,
Fate,
there's
right?
multiple
And
ways.
it's the problem, because it's the problem of Fate being a visual novel adaptation, because there is no perfect adaptation of Fate Stay Night. Because if you think about it logically, like if you think about something like the Monogatari series, easy. You start with release order. All right, so you start with Bakemonogatari because that came out first, you know.
Yeah.
But the problem with Fate is that chronologically, the first released adaptation of the Fate
2006.
franchise is just shit, right? Because
Yeah,
it was
2006.
The Studio D one,
The Fate
right?
Stay Night. Is
yeah,
the
Fate
original?
Stay
Yeah.
Night, adapted by Studio Dean, right?
Yeah.
So that
I haven't seen
that
Unlimited
basically
Blade Works by
adapted
Dean.
The first
I should watch
book
that at some
of
point.
the Fate visual novel, the Fate Stay Night visual novel, right? But it's also like a really hard starting point for newbies to get into Fate, because it's like it's just shit.
It's just
you know?
shit.
You can't recommend it in this day and age. So what?
Truth be told, before I watched Zero, like before I even started my YouTube channel, I'm talking about a couple years back, I tried to watch Fate, and I googled like Fate in release order, and the first one was the 2006 Studio Dean, and I watched it and I didn't keep going because honestly it didn't hook me. It didn't hook me at all. So yeah, I can understand where they're coming from. It was later on, after I started my channel, after I started reacting to the fight, after I watched Fate Zero, then I got hooked. but by watching the 2006 one, I didn't get hooked. So my best advice is like, you watch Fate Zero, you watch Unlimited Blade Works, and now Heaven's Feel is complete, so I'm assuming later you watch Heaven's Feel. And if you feel like it, and if you, I mean, at that point, I feel like if you watch all those routes, like if you watch Zero, Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel, at that point, I would think you would be pretty invested in the franchise. So naturally, if you want to know more, then you'll go back and watch the 2006 adaptation. That's just my opinion, though.
What you would have to recommend is probably Unlimited Blade Works, which is the second route. But then, people skip over the entire first route, which is the Fate Stay Night route. So it's complicated because of the way the visual novel is laid out.
I genuinely thought Fate Stay Night and Fate Stay Unlimited Blade Works was just a remake of Fate Stay Night.
Yeah, you'd think so, right?
Is it not?
No.
Okay,
It's completely...
Honestly, one thing that I was really confused when I got into the series was that I didn't realize, because in my thoughts, I thought it was like Zero was the prequel, or the first thing that ever happened chronologically. Then you got Unlimited Blade Works, which is a continuation. That was what I thought, right, at the moment. And I was assuming that Heaven's Feel was a continuation of that. Something that most casual fans don't know is that it's like 3 separate routes. That, I feel, is what most people struggle with. Like, okay, so what's going on? Are we started from the beginning? What is going on here? That is something that's a little weird. But once you realize what is going on, like, oh, it's 3 separate routes, okay, then you can just you're like, okay, so this has nothing to do with the last series, and okay, I understand. That was what happened to me.
Different?
Fate Stay Night, I think from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel are just different endings to Fate Stay Night.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Dude, I feel like this is how NASA must feel
And
trying to fucking
people
program their
keep
rockets.
saying that the Monogatari series is complicated. Like,
No, it's... Okay, so yeah, there are like 3 routes in the original Fate... Oh my god, I'm doing the fucking...
What-
meme.
what-
I'm doing the meme now!
this is the short version.
Okay,
What happened to numbers? What happened to numbers? We don't number shit anymore.
It's because of the way visual novels are laid out with different routes,
Yeah.
right? So you think of something like Clan Ad or something, where like a different route you get a different girl, or that's
Like a Pokemon. Women are like Pokemon. You just collect them.
so in Fate, it's like every route is completely different, but it starts at the same starting point.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So
Dude, have you ever read any comic books? It's a different timeline, period. Like, it is what it is. Like, the thing is, like, if you've never read, like, if you have a background of reading comic books, you'll be used to like the alternate universes and the different timelines and whatever. Like, let's see, some series that have done this, like where they have like alternate universes and stuff, anime wise, Dragon Ball Z is a big one. You have the movie History of Trunks, where that's a different timeline. Then all the movies take place like in a separate universe, and then you got the main timeline, and then you got the timeline where they go back in time. So yeah, like, it's not that hard really. It's just that no one tells you that that's exactly what is going on. So I don't know if it could all be fixed if, like, at the beginning of the anime there would be like a quick intro, like, this is what would have happened if things have gone differently, or something along the lines of that. But like, if you watch, for example, if you watch a Fate Unlimited Blade Works and you complete it and you're done, and then you go watch Heaven's Feel and then you're like, wait, didn't I see this? What the hell happened? What is this, a continuation? Like, it's a little bit confusing. But as soon as you find out, oh, it's 3 separate timelines, it's 3 separate routes, and you're like, oh, okay, I feel you.
Do I
Technically,
need a notepad? Like, do I need to like write this shit
It's
down?
weird. They all start at the same starting point, but that's not made apparent in the anime adaptation.
no.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Like, it's 3 different routes, but they don't say it's 3 different routes, and that's the problem. The problem is not that it is 3 different routes, it's that they don't tell you that it is. So yeah, so you kind of have to go and figure it out by yourself.
I fucking hate
Which is
Fate.
why you would think that Unlimited Blade Works and Fate Stay Night.
And this dude right here with the green shirt, this guy right here, he just a hater, man. Like, what the hell? Dude just like, oh, I hate Fate. Like, didn't you say you loved it a minute ago? Like, this is the type of guy that he just goes with the flow. If you're talking good about, say, oh, I love Fate. Like, Fate is awesome. I watched it. It's amazing. But if you're talking bad about it, it's like, oh, I hate it. Like, so like, honestly, this guy, in my opinion, doesn't know anything about the franchise. He doesn't love it. He doesn't hate it. He just going with the flow.
And Fate Zero and Heaven's Feel are completely different games.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, they all are the same.
Dude, sometimes I feel like I'm the only asshole who just doesn't give a fuck about half this shit, because like everyone seems to know, and then I'm sitting there like, I just want to just click play.
Oh, trust me, it took me fucking forever to understand 1% of the Fate franchise.
Most people like me or like
What? Nah, that's an exaggeration.
you guys.
Unless you're, like, really dumb.
I'm in the minority.
I've been here since the beginning, so you guys probably don't remember that there's been 2 Unlimited Blade Works adaptations.
I did not know that. wait, both by Ufotable or?
No, one
No,
Studio
one by
did
Dean.
Fate Stay Night. Then
Yeah.
I think they did Unlimited Blade Works movie as well.
Are you
And
serious?
Then, yeah. And then Ufotable came along and was like, fuck that shit. We're starting over at Fate Zero. and then they were like, okay, we're done Fate Zero. Fuck Fate Stay Night. Let's go to Unlimited Blade Works and then adapt Heaven's Feel.
I only remember that there was 2 Fate Stay Nights.
Why didn't Football adopt the first route? Did they feel like the first adaptation was any good? Because I sure did. It was for me, it wasn't really that good of a series. It didn't hook me at all, and it would be awesome if they did a better adaptation for it. I think people will really enjoy that, because one of the gripes that most people have with the franchise is that the first adaptation sucks, and some things don't make any sense at all. So it's like,
And then it was the Studio Dean Fate
too
Stay
much.
Night.
This is too much.
And
too
then
much.
Ufotable was like, hold my beer, let's do
Yeah.
a better adaptation, and then it was just all from there. But I didn't know about the second Unlimited Blade
Yeah,
Works.
and this is just the... I'm making Fate look so fucking bad now.
It is.
And we're not,
I haven't watched the Unlimited Blade Works adaptation, the movie, but I feel it would be a little hard to cram a whole visual novel into one movie. The best thing they did was the Heaven's Feel, where it's like 3 separate movies, and even then they kind of rushed it. So I can't imagine cramming the whole freaking route into a 2-hour movie. Oh, that's oh my god.
all the fucking spin-offs like Fate Collidelia and stuff
this
like
is
that.
just the main timeline canon as well.
Just watch Fate Zero, and then if you like it, go.
Honestly,
and watch
from
Unlimited
what
Blade
I've heard,
Works.
if you want to get into Fate, just watch Fate Zero and Unlimited Blade
Fate
Works.
Zero
That's
is a
it.
great fucking show, and you can just
That's
watch
it?
it on its own. You don't need.
So literally, it's not as complicated as you guys are making it sound to be. You watch Fate Zero, you're gonna love it, and then you watch Unlimited Blade Works, and then you watch Heaven's Feel. And by the time you get to Heaven's Feel, you're gonna be like, wait, didn't I already see this? What happened? And then you go on Google, oh, it's 3 separate routes. That was what happened to me. It's like, oh, it's 3 separate routes. I get it now. And that's it. That's everything that's gonna happen.
to have a college degree or a PhD to understand what the fuck is going on. Just watch it. If you like all the characters, you know, it's fucking great.
Hey, watch Monogatari. It's less complicated.
Yeah, so's Pokemon. Like, what are we recommending that? My God.
Fate's a lot of fun. I mean, you get into it for the good story, and then you're like, man.
I got into it because I was doing a fan dub of it.
Oh,
I
seriously?
was in someone else's fan dub of it.
Oh, okay.
I think I was playing like...
How the hell do you do an abridged of the Fate series?
No, it wasn't a bridge, it was a fan dub.
I know, but like,
Oh,
just the
abridged.
hypothetical question. Has anyone done an abridged of the
Yeah,
Fate
no,
series?
people
Oh,
have
yeah.
done an abridge of the
People have
Fate
done the bridge of everything.
Yeah.
How do you abridge something that complicated?
I mean, you can just abridge a certain show, but
Yeah.
like having to explain the entire franchise, I mean, that's that's an undertaking.
I want a Fate abridged where the entire bridge is just them explaining the Fate lore.
Oh, no, I'm actually doing a video on that. Spoilers.
Oh, really? Look at that. So, see, great minds think alike. Big brain boys think alike.
I can't believe there's actually people that make a living out of hating on the franchise. Like, that's literally what... Because I seen 2 videos from this guy, and literally both videos is him hating on the franchise.
I've actually...
I don't know if he has videos that he's not hating and he's saying he's actually loving it, but the 2 videos that I've seen from this guy is him hating on Fate, like hard.
working on that for like over a month.
Oh my God. Of course.
And then apparently there's another video, the one that he mentioned at the beginning, that I'm going to react to, that is him probably most likely also hating on Fate.
You have
Like
That was not a scripted bit. I'm just letting you know.
John promoting his future content.
Yeah.
yeah,
I know, right?
yeah. It's probably not going to be out by the time this episode comes out. But I don't know. There's different, because the Fate franchise is so wide, right? But it's like just this rabbit hole that you can just sink in, and there will always
I
be
feel like we
something else.
found a trap talking about it here. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
We
Yeah,
just fell
exactly.
into it.
But,
Damn.
but that's the thing. Like, if you just want to enjoy Fate Zero and Unlimited Blade Works, you can just
That's what I did.
Yeah, yeah. What did you think of them?
I love them both. Individually, I felt very satisfied, and I felt that I'm okay not having more. I saw you know, it's like you finish it, and then you walk outside and you see the rest of the world on fire, and you're like, no, not today.
Yeah, they're too much, man. That was pretty interesting. That was pretty freaking interesting. Okay. So, yeah, like, these guys are pretty much just hating on Fate the whole freaking time. So, basically, guys, this is what you do. Number 1. This is just my opinion. Most people don't have the time to get into a visual novel. Therefore, all you do, you watch Fate Zero or Unlimited Blade Works, whichever one. It depends on you in a sense. So me, I'm somebody that doesn't care about spoilers as long as I know what's going on. So for me, the best way to do it is to watch Fate Zero. If you're someone who wants to be like to not know the spoilers, then you watch Unlimited Blade Works first, then you watch the prequel. But it doesn't really matter. It's just that for a better understanding, I would recommend that you watch Fate Zero first, because kind of Fate Zero, if you Unlimited Blade Works kind of spoils Fate Zero a little bit, and then Fate Zero kind of spoils a little Unlimited Blade Works a little bit too. So it really doesn't matter. But for a better understanding of the events and what's going on, I recommend you watch Fate Zero first, then Unlimited Blade Works, then you watch Heaven's Feel, which is finally complete, which that was amazing. And at that point, if you're already invested in the franchise and you want to keep learning more, you can either go back and watch the 2006 adaptation, or just branch out from there. Watch FGO, just don't watch Fate Extra without knowing what Fate Extra is about. That's the only thing that I can say. Like, don't watch Fate Extra Last Encore if you don't know what Fate Extra is about. Kind of go on YouTube and watch a video on Fate Extra so you can understand what's going on in the anime. That's pretty much it. But after you watch Heaven's Feel, you can pretty much branch out into whatever you want. You can go back and read the visual novels for more info, better understanding. You can go back and watch the Dean adaptation, whatever. As long as you watch Fate Zero and Unlimited Blade Works, afterwards, my recommendation is to watch Heaven Feel, and after that, you can just branch out into whatever you want. What I did was that I watched Zero, and since I like the franchise a lot, I watched Unlimited Blade Works. Then I went back and watched the 2006 adaptation, and I watched Heaven's Feel after. But that was because I was already invested. I was invested in the series way before, like after I finished Fate Zero, I was invested. I was invested way before finishing Unlimited Blade Works. So yeah, Fate Zero, Unlimited Blade Works, Heaven's Feel, and then from there you branch out into whatever you want. My recommendation is that if you're already invested, go back, watch the 2006 adaptation, and then after that you can do whatever the hell you want. You can go watch FGO, go watch freaking the visual novels, or whatever you want, honestly. So it's really not that hard. If you watch Fate Zero and Unlimited Blade Works, you're probably invested already. So it's not that hard to kind of branch out into the other stuff. So, and for example, if you go watch FGO, right, and you be like, oh, I don't have time to play video games, or I don't like to play video games, or whatever, there's plenty of videos that explain to you what happens, like in every singularity. There's a the first order movie is also out, which is a great introduction to FGO. You got the anime Babylonia. So yeah, it's really not that hard to get into the if you get to the point where you get to FGO, then you're probably already invested. So it's really not that hard to get invested into the series. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and as I always say, have an awesome day. Catch you guys in the next one.